And greetings. Welcome to Roll Hit Die Presents our Sunday night game of Dungeons with Veterans. I, Dan Latham, also known as Shut Degar, will be running these faithful players of mine through a homebrew amalgam world that me and a friend of mine helped create. So, without further ado, before we get into the rehash for what happened last week, you should know everybody that's here. We have Surge, who's played by
Curtis Ross, playing Surge, the Circle of the Moon, Shifter Druid. All kinds of shifting going on in there. Teaches kids magic. Let's take them to him.
Shifterson.
Yeah. It's like, let's teach him magic. Works out fine. Oh, we have to take him somewhere. Now he's died twice in the last 2 days. It's fine.
Yep.
He's fine. Definitely not going to have any
Adverse
regrets.
effects from that?
Yeah.
PTSD.
He was only mostly dead.
But, well, he was extremely dead the first time.
But revivify means he was only mostly dead.
I mean, we still have a guy stuffed in a bag.
With his hand flopping out.
Yeah, we have a guy just stuffed in a bag.
All right. Of course, following Surge is Sergeant Rock.
I'm Fitz Neufeld, running Sergeant Rock, who's a World War II soldier who's found himself unexpectedly in this land. He's really just a warlock with everything reskinned to World War II soldier terms.
Following Sergeant Rock is Corporal Punishment.
I am Christy playing Corporal Punishment, the Tiefling Paladin, with her trusty alicorn, Fred.
Next, we have Brother May I.
Hello, I'm Marcus Scott, former Air Force. I am playing Brother May I, your cleric warlock combo.
And who is the, adopted father of the said child that keeps getting killed that you brought out in the wilderness together?
Yeah.
No, I'm not claiming him as mine anymore. It's a Druid's issue.
And
There's
last,
a warlock cleric. Is that a cleric or a warlick?
Clairlock, I guess?
Yeah, I think Fritzy,
probably
Rock
a
adopted.
Clairlock. I've heard them called Sorlocks before, so maybe a Clairlock.
I think Rock adopted the kid after the last session.
Sergeant Rock, did you adopt the child?
He's in the army now.
You recruited him. You didn't adopt him.
I'm serving as a mentor. It's not the same as adopting him, but I'm teaching him some military techniques and, kind of running through some of the principles I learned in basic training.
All right, and we'll get into that here in a minute with a recap. Last but certainly not least, we have Demont.
Hello, Todd Meekum playing Dumont, Rage Slayer, also known as Dux, since no one likes to say Dumont.
Which
I
think we've been 30-something episodes into this, and this is the first time we've brought this up. Dux's name, Dumont, is more of a French kind of name, correct?
Yes.
But Dux
Speaks Irish.
Irish-style kind of accent there. And the only reason I
Oh, is
bring it
that
up
what that accent's supposed to be?
I guess. It definitely wasn't the attempt at French that he just did, so... All right, so...
Would you rather him be French?
He's your character. Play him how you want.
I cannot do the accent.
I don't know if Sergeant Rock would deal with the Frogman or not. All right, so let's see. Before we get in our GUI rewards, of course, our maps and the miniatures which you see that I can show my players the combat field or what have you, is brought to you by Roll20. The GUI rewards, as well as the commercial I played at the very beginning of our episode tonight, which I will try to attempt to do with every episode that plays on Roll Hit Die, is GUI Cube. They're also our major sponsor for our Friday night games, the Red Star Rising campaign. All sound effects, of course, will get done by me now, and we don't have any music, so sorry. So on top of that, which one of you lucky five would like to gain another to add to your stack of already piling up GUI rewards?
Yeah, I only have 2. 3, never mind.
You go for it, because I only got 4.
All right, okay, I can do it. Just a mere 4.
I have 4.
Last time, the Nogpod decided to come back. So, after we fought him and started our way the first time onwards, Dux
Fought him and
found a
killed him.
camp. Yeah, he ran away after we nearly killed him. Dux found a camp strewn about, blood everywhere. You know, fire still kind of smoldering after the licking of the smoke had been spotted by Corporal. We got there and didn't see anyone, but noticed there had been a fight, made our way into the woods, and found the druid's body stapled to a tree with a spike. So what do? You talk to it, and then shove it in a bag.
For later, basically.
Yep.
Like,
And then talking to it again.
Well, we need an expert witness every now and then.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we talked to it, and it decided to help us point us in the general direction of the druid we're looking for. So we keep going after setting off a fireball spell, trap, ward, because reasons. We make our way further on into the woods, closer and closer, and then we eventually set up camp for the night. When we are setting up, we notice that there is a bundle of rocks stuck together by vines. I think Rock and May I brought me over, and I was able to identify that that was a druidic marker, possibly telling us that there's a druid in this area, or pointing us along a path to follow to find where the druid lives. We all camp down for the night. Nothing happens. We wake up in the morning. Everything seems fine until the mule dies. The kid dies. Everyone mostly gets hurt.
it hurt a little. Yeah.
And it seems as if we're going in the wrong direction when Rock realizes that things are not there that we see.
Yeah.
So the
Which
Nogpaw gets hit, fails to save, falls to the ground, and then a beating of mass proportion ensues. How many turns? 2, 3 turns?
Probably just 2.
Yeah, we did not take well to him dealing with us like that.
we
His
didn't
last
want
moments were being held and paralyzed before he was smited to death. Very violently smited to death. So after all of that, May I was released from being feeble-minded. We released him from his stupor because, you know, we showed him a toy, and he was so enthralled with toy. So after we got May I back to normal, the kid was revived. We decided that we were going to continue our way, hoping nothing worse comes along this path.
What worse could happen?
Who knows? Things. I'm not going to say anything, but things, I'm sure.
Yep, that was my only scroll of Greater Restoration.
Was it a scroll revivify? Because I cast Greater Restoration on May I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you revived the kid.
It was revivify.
Yeah, I did get a scroll of Revivify. Yeah, that's gone. It's not
Yeah.
out there anymore.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because...
why is a spell?
Nobody's used the potion or the scroll of mind reading yet.
Oh, yeah, there's so many uses for those. Just, we can't. I mean, we have people who can link telepathically, so...
What was the point?
Yeah, it's like, okay, this'll work.
Do a
Great.
Vulcan mind meld
Great camouflage
Yeah.
you got going there, by the way, Todd.
like that.
Every time you, every moment you like stretch, half your body just disappears. All right, so give me a d20 roll.
All right, let's give you a 14.
All right. Oop, upside down. Extra attack.
Extra
So,
attack
you
or
get-
cantrip.
Is that what it says? You may
Yeah.
take an extra single extra attack or cast a known cantrip spell as a free action during your turn. This card can only
Okay.
be used once.
That's what I thought. I thought I had that one.
I like that one. I wish I had that one. Last time I got it, I did a double Eldritch Blast, which was 6 shots in one round. Cleared the magazine, loaded another.
So
How many does an M1 hold?
I think the clip has 8 rounds in it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's either 5 or 8.
Five.
I mean, that would be a good number to know if you're firing an M1, is whether or not you've got those 3 extra rounds or not.
He
Yeah,
had
it's
one
that
in
was
the
our
chamber.
demo rifle, so we had to know everything about it.
Right. So here's how Rock would handle it. He'd go, well, you might be wondering, did I do 5 shots?
All right.
Well, ask yourself one question. Did I take the lucky feat? Well, did you?
See, that's
And
back
that
when
is
they were
what I was waiting on. All right, so what are y'all doing?
Well, the
We're
kid's back
going
up.
forward.
He's been healed. He's not at 1. I remember that.
I don't
Kid's
know
doing
if I want
good.
to go any farther with you guys. I want to go
He's
home.
with Rock now. He's not on my
I want to
steed.
go
So.
home.
He's enthralled by Rock's talk about joining the army.
Yeah. I'll teach him
Do I have
some
to-
Jody.
Do I have
as
to
we-
die so much?
Yeah, no. See, if you become stronger like us, won't be an issue. You'll be
If you
fine.
stick with me where I fire from ranged, you'll be a little safer. I'll still have to use cover. So, should we take a short rest here before we carry on in case somebody, was anybody hurt?
We
was
just woke
killed.
up from a long rest.
Yeah.
And no,
Well, I mean, I could
Only
use a
down
short
10.
rest all the time.
we just woke up. Even though you took a pounding, you just woke up from a long rest.
Actually, I think we took a short rest at the end of it.
We took a short rest,
Did
yeah,
we?
because I got my ones back, yeah.
Yeah, and I have my wild shapes back.
I'm not seeing any hit dice rolls. Let me keep going back.
I didn't roll any. I was only down 10.
Marcus, did you roll hit
I think
dice?
Marcus might have rolled 1.
Marcus did, but the rest of us were pretty good. I was just worried about getting my spells back.
Yeah, I never got hurt, but I did use a couple of spell slots.
I mean, I pulled his head off, so I think I was doing pretty good.
The head that is now strapped to the side of May I that
Yes.
he talks to periodically.
On occasion.
Yes.
God of War.
No big deal.
Who got the hat of disguise?
It was me. It looks like a
Uh,
Yes, because you were talking about how you wanted to wear it.
So now I really do look like a frogman.
That's okay. Doesn't Fritzy still look like Aquaman?
Fritzy's not the one that looked like Aquaman.
Or Sergeant Rock, I mean.
Sergeant
Yeah.
Rock made Surge look like
Surge
Aquaman.
looked like Aquaman.
Was amused
On
by
occasion.
Water elemental.
All right, so remember everybody at the end of the short rest, I granted 17 temporary hit points.
And because why not, even though I did it like an hour and a half ago, more water breathing. You're doing that, I'll do mine.
So I'll be
you know,
scouting ahead.
yeah, just by chance, if your face gets stuck in a puddle or
Yeah, in the next, instead of 24 hours, 25 and a half since last time I
Ooh.
cast it. Yeah. Why not?
all right.
Did
So
does the kid have a name? All this time we've been just calling him the kid.
I think you told us his name once a long time ago.
I don't think anybody cares.
probably did, but nobody cared to remember what it was, so he's not going to tell you again.
I
Well,
just
it took-
tell him,
Well,
Right.
Brother May, I didn't know his wife's name or his woman's name for like a month, so.
right?
In game, it was like 3 days.
Yeah.
So
It's just,
Oh,
Rock
by
is
the way,
it's
what's your
just pillow
name?
talk, baby.
Serena.
Sure. That's what we'll go with.
Oh, he wrote it
Serena
down this
Singh.
time. He wrote it down this time.
Now, me and
Yes.
Fred will be scouting up ahead looking for any trouble.
Rock will take up the rear with the kid, and he's teaching the kids some jodies and showing them how to march.
Uh-huh. Which
Yellowbird.
which one are you teaching?
Only the clean ones. Oh, the army doesn't have any clean. Never mind. Yeah, he goes straight for the harsh. Yeah,
The army doesn't
Yeah.
have any clean ones.
stomp your left and drag your right.
Well, I mean, I want to hear what this sounds like.
I don't know if I should
Ever
do
heard
that.
that, Jody?
That worked, yeah.
Yellow bird.
Oh, we've used pretty bad language,
Little
yes.
Bill.
I'm left and drag you right. Skull, fuck him. Skull, fuck him.
All right. So in the back, in the rear with the gear, you hear Sergeant Rock and his kid. Kid sounds off.
That's pretty good for being in the Air Force.
Oh,
We have cleaner ones. My
Yeah, I was
girls
going to
are
say,
at
because I
school.
don't remember that one in the Air Force. But
She lives in the hospital.
it has been a long time.
I would do anything to keep her alive. She's got her own TV. It's called an EKG. I would do anything to keep her alive. Yeah, I know a few.
You must
All
have
right.
been in medical field because that's not what we used.
I vaguely remember the little bird on the windowsill, and the one that I did a lot was airborne, which I didn't do for the Air Force. I did for the Rangers prior to going in the Air Force.
Tiny bubbles in my beer. That's my favorite. Or no, I think Humpty Dumpty was my
Tiny
favorite.
bubbles in my wine. Anyway,
An escape leg. I had no idea.
One that we
you
did the
got
most
these strange cadence-based songs that, even a bard wouldn't sing in this time, coming from behind you as you guys are marching on. Who has got lead?
Idea.
But you're
Well, she's
there.
flying. I got lead in the line on the ground.
Yeah.
behind ducks, assisting and
Okay,
guiding,
so
pointing out what the druidic marker back there was and what we could be looking for as well.
okay,
Up ahead,
so
possibly.
Why don't you give me a survival check to see if you can find?
With
And I
guidance,
will
okay?
be casting out detect magic to see if anything pings along the road.
Yeah, because it pinged.
So 27
Transmutation.
survival, 31 perception.
All right, it doesn't take very long for you to find the next marker. You continue on. So, 12 is your perception. How about perception for the rear and perception for our flyer?
31's my perception. I was getting assisted.
Yeah, assisting him on perception, assisting him on all that stuff, and guiding him when needed.
All right, so 16 and 14. Noted. So,
Triggered.
yeah,
Not at all.
make my roll. All right, got my roll done. Anything else you guys plan on doing as you're walking along searching for these markers?
I'm just happy not to have the kid.
I'm teaching the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm opening my mental sense to try and reach and see if I can increase my range through practice.
Okay,
I'll keep you on track if you start to wander at all.
so your next survival check will be at disadvantage since you're... Or
Well, it'll be
straight
normal,
roll.
right? Because he's still assisting me.
It's straight
Yeah,
roll
I'll-
since he's trying to keep you on track. So go ahead and give that to me.
I'll assist and guide.
Boom.
All right, so after several hours, so after several hours worth of marching and hearing the strange cadence in the back, you guys do find the next marker. It's off the trail a little ways. It's not actually on the trail anymore. So you notice it starts cutting off the main road to the right. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. So you follow suit, following the markers instead of the road?
Well,
Yeah,
bush,
I follow the marker.
Yep.
yeah.
Can you head up to Corporal and let her know we're heading off the trail?
Yeah, I'll link to her telepathically and let her know that we're going off trail, following the markers.
In case it's hard for her to see us.
But I can't see the markers, so
No, you
Yeah, it
can't
would
see the
be.
markers, and you actually, as you're looking down, you do see them walk into the trees and lose sight of them. So,
But you did hear, as the rear of the party moved up there, you heard the sergeant yell, "Wheel right!"
not that I know what that means, but seeing as y'all disappeared into the trees, I guess I'll be coming down and buzzing the treetops and trying to find you.
Why did you wheel instead of column?
Because I wanted to make it a smooth maneuver
Ah, okay.
instead of a snappy turn. I don't think the kid's up for snappy turns yet. And I'll pull out my walkie-talkie and radio up the.
He's kind of looking
the-
around for a wheel. We didn't bring a wagon with us.
So I radio up to the flyer and let them know, that we saw a marker off track, and we're gonna go bushwhacking for a bit. Stay overhead.
Okay. So let's see. Give me another survival and perceptions.
I'm gonna guidance myself this time for my perception check. So check behind us.
Got you covered, Ducks, as usual.
All right. Okay, it takes you a little while. And
23 survival.
You almost You almost overlook the next marker. You just barely catch it behind a fallen down tree. But it seems that you guys are still on the correct path. Let's see. With your 18 perception, you do catch glimpses of the group periodically. Up ahead, you notice what looks like foothills. But other than that, you notice what could only be a gap in the trees from your angle. A rather large gap in the trees. Or the tree
So
line.
a gap meaning like a clearing?
As in,
Why
there's
is
no
gap?
you see no treetops.
Oh, I see no trees.
Right.
So like the tree line ends before it gets to the foothills.
Right.
Aha. I'm gonna yell down at them, hey, the trees end up here pretty soon.
I get out the walkie-talkie and radio up. Is there a cliff up there?
There's like a clearing before you get to the